we had done the for loop, right? And in the for loop, we had done, how to work with things like when we have 5 numbers, or we have to find the factor or factorial and things like that, right? So now, do you have any trouble in finding out the factorial or the factors of the number, the last 2-3 questions which were left? Do you have any problem in that? Anyone who has a problem, then I'll discuss, otherwise I'll move forward to the next lecture. Quick, come on, tell me. Just raise your hands, and if you have any problem, kindly let me know. That means none of you have problem. Yes, Harman?
Ma'am, in finding the prime numbers.
You don't know what is the prime number?
Ma'am, I know.
Okay. Anya, what problem do you have?
Fibonacci series, how to find.
Okay. Fibonacci series. Who else? That's it. Only 2 children have problem, then I'll deal with them separately. If you want me to. Yes, Soumya.
Ma'am, prime numbers.
Prime numbers. Aditi, what?
Ma'am, even I have the problem with the Fibonacci series.
Okay. So I'll discuss both prime numbers and Fibonacci series. Factorial was easy?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
No problem in factorial. Okay. So let's discuss the prime numbers and the Fibonacci series. Just hold on. Prime numbers. I'm going to share my screen. I have already done the program of prime numbers. We will just look into that. If you can see the screen, because it will be easy for me also to locate them. Can you see the screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Can anyone locate prime number?
Yes, ma'am.
Where is the prime number program? Not there. Okay. I'm going to.
Ma'am, is it returning PRG3 prime print?
I'm going to copy the prime number thing, and we will see it later. I'll modify this program instead of writing the entire thing, no? Okay. First of all, I want to know what is a prime number.
Ma'am, a number divisible by 1 and itself.
1 and itself. So when I'm talking about 1 and itself, so can I say that a number which is having only 2 factors?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I'll say that see children, if the class name is mentioned over there, so you will in that case give the same class name. Okay. So over here I have a variable as x, and I'm taking a variable as to count the factors. Count the factors. I need only the count of factors. I do not need the sum of the factors. Okay. So I have to accept a value from here. So what I am going to do is I am going to input a value, right? So I am going to use the scanner function over here. So I'll say that scanner sc is equal to new of system dot in, and then what? How
And
will
your
I
scanner
accept the
spelling
number?
is wrong.
What?
Scanner spelling.
Oh. So I have to accept the number. So I'll say how many numbers do I need to accept?
Ma'am,
One.
1.
1. So will it be outside the loop or inside the loop?
I'm outside.
Outside.
Outside the loop. So I'll say int
I'm outside the
n is equal to sc dot next int. Okay, so now I have accepted an integer. Now I am going to check from 1 till that number. So children, it all depends upon till where you want to go. If you want to check till half of the number, you remember the other day I explained it to you. If you go till half of the number, the highest factor which is there is the half only. Okay, especially it is very true for the even numbers. Okay, but if it is an odd number, then only 1 is the factor of that odd number if you go till half of the number. Okay, so it all depends till where you want to go. Do you want to go till here, or do you want to go till the number? So today I am going to go till half of the number. Okay, I'll show it to you with both. So over here I am going to check if what I have to check whether the number is divisible by 1, 2, 3 and so on. Then what will I write down? Come on.
x% 2 is equal to 0.
Hold on. Let me put the screen over here. Okay. Now what will you write down? If what? Other than Tanish has spoken the answer also. Still you people can't speak. Naman, yes, very good.
Ma'am,
Naman,
A equal to.
A equal to no. Equal to will come. But something will come before also and something will come after also. What do you have to check, Naman?
Ma'am, A and 2.
Where is A? A and 2, no. I don't have any A over here. Other than, good try, Naman. Arish, can you
Ma'am,
speak?
X percentage n.
Who was this X percentage and?
Ma'am, Herman.
Herman? Again the same mistake. You were the only one who made this mistake last time also.
Ma'am, n percentage x.
Yes. It will be n percentage x. Why n and why not x, Herman? Give me an explanation.
Ma'am, because x is the one to be divided.
Yes. So if I have the number as 15, I'll not say 1 divided by 1 percentage 15. I'll say 15 percentage 1, 15 percentage 2, 15 percentage 3 and so on. And this is equal to
0.
0. Why 0? See children, I explained you that day as well. Let's say I have the number as, let's say 8. Okay. So if I am talking about the factors of 8, 1, 2, 3 is not a factor, 4 is a factor, 5 is not a factor, 6 is a factor, 7 is not a factor, 6 is not a factor and 8 is a factor. Okay. So I am going till half. So I am going to check till here only. So I will not look into this. So this is totally cancelled for me. So I am going to check, is 1 a factor of 8? 1, 8 is 8, remainder is 0. 2, 4 is 8, remainder is 0. 3, I don't have, sorry, just hold on. I'll have to erase this. 3 what?
3 2s are 6.
3, 2s are 6. And remainder is
2.
If I am talking about 4, so over here 4, 2s are 8, remainder is again 0. Now it will increment. It will increment 5, but it will not go there. Okay, because it will not reach that statement. The condition becomes false. So now over here, the factors which are there, the common thing over here is that their remainder is 0. See, everywhere the remainder is 0. Am I clear? So that is why over here, when I'm saying n percentage x equal to 0, that means I'm checking for the remainder. So if the remainder is 0, that means x is a factor of n. But do I need to print the factor? What
No,
is
ma'am.
my requirement? I need to count the factors. So I don't need the statement at all. So I'll say c is equal to c plus 1. That means I am increasing the counter by 1. So when I encounter 1, I say 1 is a factor. I have the counter variable c is equal to 0 plus 1. That will become 1. When I check for this 1, now earlier c was 1. Earlier c was 1, so it will become 1 plus 1, that is equal to 2. So when x was 1 over here, x is 2 over here. When x becomes 3, c still remains 2. Why? Because this condition is not true. Okay, this is not divisible. So when x becomes 4, c again becomes what?
3.
3. So now how many factors you have? 3 factors.
3.
So now you have to check. So I am going to check over here. So but the prime number has how many factors?
2. 2.
Ma'am, 2.
2. But in this case, how many factors will the prime number have?
3.
Ma'am,
1.
1.
1. Why?
Because
Ma'am,
half.
because we are going
Just
till
hold
half
on.
only.
Just hold on. Why will the prime number have 1 factor? I want the answer from someone else, not the same usual student. Why the prime number will have 1 factor over here when in general it has 2? Why it will have 1 factor? Come on. Arish, can you tell? Arish,
Yes, ma'am.
can you tell why the prime numbers will have 1 factor over here? Yes, Rishabh Jan.
Yes, ma'am, because we consider the half factors which come.
Yes, very good. Because we have gone till half of the number. So if I am talking about 8, so for 8 I am going till 4 only. I am not going till 8. So how will it count when I am not going till 8? Will it consider 8 as a factor of this number? No.
No,
No,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Is that clear to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So now over here, this is count of factor is done. So when the count of factor is done, I have a single statement, so I need not put it in braces. Okay. So over here, now I am going to check. What am I going to check? I will say after the for. After the for, I am going to check if C, that is the count of factors, is equal to how many factors do we need for the prime number over here?
1.
1.
1.
So if the C is equal to 1, then which number is a prime number?
N.
N. So I'll say that uh, uh, over here I don't have that. Okay, I'll have to write down only. If C equal to 1, system dot out dot println. What is the factor? N is a prime number. Else N is Not a prime number. Have you understood?
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
Let's compile.
Yes.
No syntax error. And let's close this. And let's come back here. Prime number. New prime number. So it I didn't give any message. Did I
No.
give any message?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay. So now what it is actually asking me, Rishabh Jan 12850. I want to ask from you.
Yes, ma'am.
Rishabh Jan
Yes, ma'am.
12850. I want to ask
Yes,
what
ma'am.
is it expecting over here?
Ma'am, it is expecting you to write a number.
Exactly. It is expecting us to write a number, but since we had not given any message over here, so the thing is not displayed, which is incorrect, which is absolutely incorrect. So what we will be doing is, we will have to enter a message over here stating that I want to enter a number. So I'll say system.out.println. With this statement, you can actually input a number. So I'll say system.out.println and I'll say enter a number. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So now I'm going to click on compile again and I'll have to restart the machine, reset, compile again, and then I'm going to create the object now. Now I am accessing the function. Now it says enter a number. Now I know that a number has to be input. Is 5 a prime number?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay, let's run it again and see. Is 6 a prime number?
No,
No,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay, let's say children, something goes wrong during the process or something goes wrong during calculation or something. So how will you check in that case whether the thing is correct or not? How will you check? How will you check? Let's say you are executing the program and it says that 5 is not a prime number. Then what will you check? How will you see that what went wrong in the program? Yes, Rishabh?
Ma'am, we will see the variables and the numbers we put are correct or not.
We will?
Ma'am, we will see if the variables we put in a right order or not.
Okay. This could be one possibility. Yes, Anya?
We can use dry run and see.
Yes, very good. Myra?
Ma'am, same answer.
Okay. What if I print the count of the numbers over here and see? I say print. I'll say the number of factors are. I will print the value of C and see what went wrong. What is wrong? Did I do something wrong or what? Okay. Did you understand? Basically, the count of factors is coming in the variable C. Am I right?
Yes, ma'am.
So, there are things which I keep
Yes,
on
ma'am.
printing for you to make you understand, but they are not actually required in the program. Like last time when we had printed the count of factors, the sum of factors, and for the average of factors, basically I had printed the sum of the factors and the count of the factors as well, and I received 2-3 messages from 2-3 children. Ma'am, why had you printed the count of the factors and the average of factors. It was just to make you explain. Okay? Yes, Aditi?
Ma'am, I had a doubt.
Yes.
Ma'am, if we don't print or we don't write any message, then it won't take our value, the value
Which
that
message?
we will.
This message?
Yes, ma'am.
It will take the value.
So,
Earlier,
ma'am,
in earlier versions, it never used to execute only. It used to just run the machine and it never executed. But now in the latest version, this problem has been solved and it allows you to enter the number.
so ma'am, if we don't write this, then will it be fine?
Yes. In the
Okay,
exam, no. In the exam, no. Because you have to tell the user that a number has to be entered. It has to be a user-friendly program. The
Okay.
question says input a number. You are not giving the message to input a number. How will the user get to know? A normal user who doesn't know BlueJ. You all are knowing BlueJ.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay? The one who doesn't know BlueJ, he comes and run the program. How will he get to know what you have to enter?
Okay, ma'am.
Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, any other doubt with this question?
No, ma'am.
Harman, clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I'm going to close this question and close this window as well. Okay, let's do the Fibonacci series. Now, what is the Fibonacci series? I hope I have
May I tell?
Fibonacci. I think it was there, but not here right now. Okay. Yes, speak out.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, Fibonacci series is a series, ma'am, in which the previous number, ma'am, in which the number is sum of the other two numbers, the
Okay.
previous two numbers.
So
Like,
the
ma'am, yes, ma'am, like 1, 1, 3, and then like this, ma'am.
yes, so 1, then 3, and so on. Right? Okay. So we will do the Fibonacci series right now. Where is the thing gone? Lost? Where is it gone? Can somebody locate?
Ma'am, above transport one in it.
Ma'am, above transport one, under
Ma'am, lower
number
right
at the
corner.
rate special number.
Special number. I can't see the special number only.
Ma'am, lower right corner.
Okay, got it. So here, dear, we are going to do this Fibonacci series. For the Fibonacci series, do we need any input?
Yes, ma'am.
What input?
No, ma'am. Ma'am, the number till which we want the Fibonacci series.
Depends upon the question. Depends upon the question. I say input a number and print the, understand what it says, Fibonacci series up in that number. Okay, one is print the Fibonacci series print the first 10 terms of the Fibonacci series. Depends upon what it says. Let's say I have input the number as 81. I have to print the Fibonacci series till 81. Now this says that, let's say first 10 terms. So first 10 terms are 0, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13, and then 21. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
These are 9.
9. 9. And 34.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So it depends upon what is the question. then only you will do the input. Do I require an input in this case? The second one.
No, ma'am.
I do not
No.
require an input. So you have to be careful while doing it. Is that clear?
Yes,
Children?
ma'am.
Yes. So over here, I say public class Fibonacci. Let me make the F capital. Why I am making the F capital? Yes, Rishabh Jain. Rishabh, you have raised your hand.
Ma'am, I have a doubt.
Yes.
Ma'am, why you have used 1, 2 times when you write the order?
There the Fibonacci series is generated that way. Last time, if you were there in the class, I had explained that in the dry run how the Fibonacci series is generated. So just see over here. When you will be watching this side, then you will be able to understand why I am right. I have written this. So I have written print series as a function. I don't want the scanner class, so I am not including the util package. So I say that int a comma b comma c, and I have a variable as x as well. So over here I say for, I'll start. Let's say before the value, before I start, I say a is equal to 0, okay, and I say b is equal to 1. Okay, so after that I say system dot out dot print ln, and I print a. Okay, what will be printed?
0.
Zero.
0.
0 is
Zero.
printed.
Zero.
Okay, so now over here I'm going to print b. Now what will be printed?
1.
1.
Ma'am, 1.
But I can't keep on printing like this. No, 0, 1, 1, and I'll not take so many variables to store so many numbers. That will be incorrect. So now what I'll do is, so the first two terms are already printed. Are the first two terms printed?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So I'll start from x is equal to, if I want to start from 1, so if the first two terms are printed, now I'll start from here and I'll have to go till 8. Am I right? To print the
Yes, ma'am.
next term, two terms have already been printed, and now I have to print the next 8 terms. So I'll start from 1 or go till 8, or I can start from a 3 and go till 10. Is it the same thing or not?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
3, 4, 5,
Yes,
6,
ma'am.
7, 8, 9, 10 are 8 terms only. So it entirely depends upon you what you are using the logic behind it. So I say x is less than equal to, come on,
8.
8. And I say x plus plus. And I, now over here, I say c is equal to a plus b. Okay. And I print c. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Do you want me to send
Excuse
this?
me, ma'am.
Do you want me to send this? Or just erase it? Come on, fast. You are able to
And
understand
erase
the
it.
concept of divisibility, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, erase it.
So I am not saving it. Okay. So now let's understand over here Fibonacci series. This I'll send. So over here, I said that A is 1. A is equal to 0. B is 1. Okay. And I say that this is my screen. This is my computer screen. Okay. Consider that this is my screen. So 0 is printed. 1 is printed. It says print 0 and 1. So now what I do, I take a variable as x and I say x is equal to 1. Okay. And is x less than 8?
Yes, ma'am.
It
Yes,
is
ma'am.
less than 8. So I come inside the loop. It says C is equal to A plus B. So here I write down a plus b is 0 plus 1, that is equal to
1.
1.
1. And I say that, okay, let me exceed this. And now over here, I say that over here I have to print. I'm printing C. So this one is printed now. Okay. So now what I do, I say A. Here I'm writing the program side by side. I say A is equal to B and B is equal to C. Now look here, what will happen? So when I say A is equal to B, what was A? 0 initially. Now what is
0.
B? What is B?
1.
1.
1.
So I say A is equal to B. That means A will
A is
become
equal to
1
1.
and B will become C. What is the value of C?
1.
1.
1.
Becomes 1. Okay. It goes up, iterates itself. X becomes 2 now. When X becomes 2, it comes inside. It says C is equal to A plus B. What is A?
1.
1.
1.
So it will become 1 plus 1. That will become
2.
Now what is A?
1.
1. And what is B?
2.
2.
B is still now 1, dear. See. Okay, C is 2. The value of C is 2. I have to, interchange the values. A is equal to B. So when I say A is equal to B, it will become 1 and B is equal to C. B will become 2 now.
Yes.
Now B will become 2. Okay. So after that, it increments again. It becomes 3. Okay. So when it becomes 3, it again comes here. C is equal to A plus B. What is A plus B?
3.
3.
3.
So 2
1 plus 2.
2 plus 1 is equal to
3.
3. So this becomes 2 and this becomes 3.
3.
What is being printed? If you see, this is being printed. So after 1, this 1 was, 2 was getting printed, then 3 was getting printed. After 3, what you have to print? Now over here, this becomes 4 and this becomes 3 plus
2.
2. That is equal to
5.
5. And you print 5. And then this becomes 3 and this becomes 5. Because of B is equal to C. Okay, because the last value of C is 5, so B will become 5. Now this becomes 5 and here you say 5 plus 3, that becomes 8. You print 8. Okay, and then here it becomes, what will it become over here? Come on.
5.
5. And what will be the value of 5 over here?
8.
Huh?
8.
8. And now this becomes 6. Come on.
5 plus 8.
5 plus 8,
Plus
13.
8 equal to 13. And here what will it become?
8.
8.
8. And here
13.
14.
13. Now it becomes 7 and it becomes, come
20.
on, 13 plus 8 equal to 21.
21.
And here it will become,
30.
13.
and here,
21.
21.
and now it becomes 8. It becomes 13 plus 21, that is equal to
34.
Here it becomes
21.
21 and here it becomes
34.
34. Now this becomes 9. Now when this becomes 9, it will check, is 9 less than 8?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
So it will not move further then. Did you understand?
Yes,
Do you
ma'am.
want me
Yes,
to
ma'am.
send this? Do you want me to send this?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Just hold on. Okay. So now over here, let's come back to this and we will execute it and see. So this is over the function and the class. Rishabh, now you got it. Why I have
Yes,
written
ma'am.
2 times 1 over there.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Compile those Fibonacci. See, can you see? It is printing the first 10 numbers. Now what you will be doing, children, I want you to do the other part of this program. The other part means you will input a number and you will print the Fibonacci series till that number. I don't know what was there in the question. The one which I had given in the this.
It was till n terms, ma'am, but we will print in that.
Okay. Children, I want to just, go with a little bit of concept of object over here. Till now, you had been creating this object like this. Okay. So to avoid this, what I can do is, I can make this function as static. When I make the function as static, what will happen? I need not create this object. Okay. So when I click on compile, I'll compile it. It says no syntax error. I can simply directly execute it. Where is my window gone now? See, it's directly executed that. Okay. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
I'll explain to you this a little bit in deep in the next class. So for the next class, children, I want you all to have a look at the second video of the nested loop. I'll just give you a brief of it today, and then in the next class we will be doing it.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes, Tanish? Aditi?
Ma'am, can we have a question that Fibonacci series has to begin from one input number?
I didn't get you.
Ma'am, can we have a question that we have to begin the Fibonacci series from an input number?
Not generally that difficult, but yes, you will not get it. You won't get such type of
Okay,
question.
ma'am.
Okay? Because the Fibonacci series doesn't start from a number, it starts from, let's say if the number has given to be as 35. So how will you check whether 35 is a part of Fibonacci series or not? Are you getting, Tanish?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, yes, Aditi?
Ma'am, I had a doubt from the program that you wrote. Could you please open it once?
Which one? Fibonacci series?
Yes, ma'am.
What's the doubt?
Ma'am, I wanted to ask in the bracket of 4, like we have initialized x is equal to 1 and x is less than 8. Ma'am, if we put x less than equal to 34, that will mean that it will continue the Fibonacci series till 34.
Yes, 34 plus 2, 36. Fibonacci series will be 36 terms of the Fibonacci series will be printed.
So, ma'am, we need to write how many terms we need to we
Yes,
want
here,
after that.
see, here in what I have told you, this question is for this part. It's not for this one. Okay, so I'm saying print the first 10 terms. But the पहले वाली two terms I have printed outside the loop.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so what are the remaining terms left? 8 terms.
8.
So here and that is why I've run the loop from 1 to 8.
Okay, ma'am.
Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Any doubt on this now? Okay. So
No, ma'am.
now, children, my next thing was, let's say I have to, you get a question asked. Input a number. Input. Can you all see the screen? I think you can't.
Yes, ma'am.
input 5 numbers and print each number 5 times. I have already sent the video of this. Okay. So over here the question says input 5 numbers and print each number 5 times. Now, first of all, let's check out how do you do it for a single number and then we will do it for 5 numbers. Okay. So how do you do it for a single number? You know how to input a single number?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
In that case, what have I done? Why the brush has gone big? Hmm. I really should take this brush only. I don't know what has happened. So I say class demo, and then over here I avoid, let's say, numbers, and here in I'll say scanner. You can write down the entire syntax. You will also write down the syntax of you have to now input a number. So here I have to import also, import java dot util dot star. Okay, so here in what you will be doing is, after this you have to actually input a number. So you will say that sc system dot out dot println. You will be wondering why I have left space over there. Enter a number,
Yes, ma'am.
and I'm writing down in shortcut. So here I'll say n is equal to sc dot next int, right? This is how I input a number. I have to print it 5 times. So I'll say for y is equal to 1, y is less than equal to 5, y plus plus, and I have to print it 5 times. So I will say system dot out dot println. What I have to print 5 times, n or y?
And
Ma'am, N.
N. So this is printed 5 times. Is it
Yes,
printed 5 times? Now I have to repeat the same thing how many times for 5 numbers? Am I right?
yes, ma'am.
So what I do, I'll put another for outside this. Do the question for 1 term and then make it for 5 terms. That is why I left this space over here. See, it will say x is 1. It is 1 less than 5? Yes, it is less than. Let me start from here. Not from here. Okay. I'll start from here. X is 1. So 1 is less than 5. Enter a number. I entered the number as, let's say, this is n. I entered the number as 3. So it says print it 5 times. So 3 will be printed 5 times. Now it becomes, after, the value of y is getting incremented every time. I am not doing the dry run of this loop. Do you want me to do the dry run of this loop as well? Okay, just try and
no,
understand.
No.
Just hold on. I'll explain it to you. So y is what? 1. 1 is less than 5. Yes, it will print 3. So now y will become 2. This will print 3. Again 3, then 3, then 4, then 3, then 5, then 3. Yes, after that this will become 6, but it will not print 3. So now it will increment as 2. Y x becomes 2. Is 2 less than 5? Yes, I input the number as 12. So again 1, 12, 2, 12, 3, 12, 4, 12. So this procedure is repeated for every x. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Any
Yes,
doubt?
ma'am.
Any doubt on this?
Ma'am, Ma'am, can we write the print statement before the for loop, first for loop, and write enter 5 numbers collectively?
See, if you will be doing that, that is perfectly fine. But then, you have to input a number every time. In case the user forgets what has to be done now, then because this will not execute it in one go. You don't have to execute the 5 numbers in one go. You have to input a number each time. Are you getting it, Myra?
Yes, ma'am.
Just try run. You just do this program on BlueJ and try and run it, and then you'll get the answer yourself. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Any doubts to anyone on this now?
No, ma'am.
So next class, I will be starting. I think we will be having the next class on Wednesday in school. So I might not be having this. I mean this part to show you again to run. I'll try if I can take the class in the computer lab and show it to you over there. But in case not, then we will be completing this entire thing by next Saturday. Okay, but I will try my level best that it should be over by next class. So I want each and everyone to just have a look of the nested for loop video. Okay, please do not come on Wednesday without having a look at the video. Am I clear?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
Manik. Manik, you
Ma'am, I
people
wanted to
can
ask
leave.
what
The
you
ones
will,
who want to leave can leave.